Hi YouTube fam, it's Daughter of the Most High. This video is going to be about preparation for the upcoming changes. And I just want to share a little bit about what I've been doing, and I want to encourage you to start making some preparations in your home and in your life. So some of the things that I've done so far are house preparations. I've been doing some painting. I've been doing some cleaning, getting rid of some clutter. I have more to do. We have a small space here. And so I've got more things to go through. And if I can just tell you, it's like the least favorite thing that I ever do is going through clutter and trying to decide, do I want this? Do I need this, or can this go? So that's low on this kid's list, I'll tell you. But I need to do it because I want to have like the minimum of what I need in case I have to list my house all of a sudden. Over the past weekend, I got my small bathroom painted, and that is something that I've wanted to do for a long time. Finally got that done. That's a big job, you know. All the cut in around everything in the bathroom makes it a little bit tougher paint job. So that's done, turned out nice. I've done some other painting too, and I actually have a half a gallon of paint, and I'm going to do another area. I'm going to take a little break though because my wrist, all the cutting in the small bathroom, my right wrist was so sore from cutting in because you're like holding your wrist the whole time. So I got to take a few days or a week or whatever and let my wrist heal a little bit. And I'm going to use that other half gallon on this other area that I want to paint in my kitchen. So I'm getting some of that done. And today I went looking at carpet. I have needed carpet for so long. My carpet, even though I clean it with the rug doctor a couple times a year, it just is, you know, when carpet's bad, yeah, it's bad. It needs to be replaced. So I'm actually going to move forward on carpet. And so that's going to be a biggie. And I'm going to get like a medium grade because I'm not going to spend thousands on something that I'm not planning to stay in my townhouse. If I was, I would. It's worth it to get a, you know, high grade carpet, but I'm going to be leaving and I don't have a bunch of money to put, you know, the upper end carpet in my house for someone else. So anyway, it'll be still the mid-grade, and that's fine too. Many people, you know, when they're carpeting, it's the low grade that gets a little scary and that doesn't last very long. So I can't do that, or I wouldn't do that. But the mid-grade. So I'm looking at that. And of course, you all know that I got my van, and I'm excited to have that. So that's huge. I'm checking things off the list and, you know, being able to move forward on some of these big ticket items. The carpet will be the next big one. I'm still paying on my van loan. And I also need I need a generator for when I vacation, or if I actually, you know, end up living in my van. I'm going to need like a Jackery. I've been looking at Jackery or Bluetti, or I think it's Rock Pal or something close to that. And I've been looking at, you know, a power source too. And again, I don't want to get the bottom of the line. I want to get at least like the $500 Jackery, or I don't know if it's Rock Pal, but it's something close to that. And to get a generator. I want to get some of these big ticket items taken care of. Big ticket for me anyway, so that I can, like, if I need to move quickly, I don't have to have like a bunch of money and a bunch of purchases all at once. It's not going to work for me. So I have to do it little by little and chip away, and I'm just encouraging you to do the same. Now, I don't know if you're considering van life or a small camper or what you're planning to do, but you want to get some of that in order now. And if you can't afford to get it, at least start saving for it and looking at them so you have an idea. I shopped for a long time. And so now I've got that done, and I'm just getting, one thing done here and there. I do what I can. I am a single person. I don't, have the double income advantage. Now my kids are adults and working, and they do pay me rent, so that helps. But as a single person, you don't have the same, financial ability that, you just don't, that a couple has. And so we have to be careful unless you make a bunch of money. That's not me. So that's my plan. So I'm going to get the carpet next, and then my next big purchase after that is going to be a power source. And so yeah, and I'm still paying, like I said, on my van loan, so I've got lots to do. And then of course just the stuff in my house as far as decluttering and that kind of thing. And it's not so much clutter, it's just things that we don't maybe use, like clothes and certain items anymore, and we just can box them up and give them to Goodwill. So we need to do some of that. My kids do too. So just getting some of those things done. And I'm going to tell you, it feels good to have at least a few things in place in case of emergency or sudden changes. So depending on what happens, and we keep seeing more and more things. We see it in the news. We see things happening. And so between the mandates and the passports, and just even peer pressure to, move forward on the current agenda, there's things that we're going to be dealing with, and it is the end times, and we were born for this time, so we can be assured of that. But we also have to do the preparation, just like they did in other times in history. There's certain things that we have to do to prepare. I wish God did everything for us. I really do. I get tired sometimes. He does a lot for us, but he doesn't do everything for us. And so we've got to, he makes a way for us and helps us, but we have to get going sometimes, light a little fire under ourselves. So, and also, if you're somebody that has medical and dental needs, get that stuff taken care of. There's going to come a day when, and we can always pray and believe for those things. But if somebody doesn't have the faith for that or isn't around other people, you want to get your medical and dental taken care of now. Once we aren't able to buy or sell anymore, there's going to be some concerns there. Also, other things that we need, like when I brought up my friend John and his glasses, you're going to want to have some, like 5, 6, 7 extra pairs of glasses, and 4 pair of tennis shoes, and none of us are going to be looking spiffy when all this stuff happens. So it's going to be t-shirts and sweats and our tenors and flip-flops and just the things we need to get by once we're actually not part of the workforce anymore. But we still need to have some of those things and have some prep in that way too. So yeah, just want to encourage you to start moving forward on these things. As I said, it feels good for me to have some of this done. For anybody that's a married couple, you've got that advantage of not being alone. I do have my kids, and that helps. Some people have no one, and so you're going to want to make some connections too. Another thing that I was thinking of here quickly too is that it wouldn't be a bad idea to get some Christians together that are like-minded and to pool their pennies and actually get a piece of land somewhere. So that wouldn't be a bad idea. And start some off-grid planning, like gardening and the things that we need, heat and water, and they live pretty simply, but if you have the time to actually get some of that stuff in place, you can make a little cabin, little mini home, and at least have some of the basic comforts. Are things going to be a challenge? Yeah, but at least if we have some shelter, heat, maybe, a way to cool and heat and, at least some vegetables and foods and stuff we can get by for a while. Again, just none of us knows exactly how this is going to play out because, as I've said before, it's been quite a surprise in the last year and a half. So now we kind of have part of the pictures come into focus, but we don't know exactly how it's going to play out from here even. So the more that we have done and the less that is on our to-do list, the better. So I just encourage you to start moving forward. And, I'm still, praying about, God, what do I need to do? When should I list my house? I keep thinking of land, even if we had, maybe even a small, like a couple little mini cabins or sheds or tents or something, we can make do. If there's like 10 or 20 people in a small area and people have different talents that can help one another out and have a little community of like-minded believers, it sounds pretty good to me. Better than us scattered in various directions all of a sudden. So these are just some things to think about as we move ahead prayerfully, knowing God is with us, but we still need to make some preparations. So just wanted to share that much with you today, and just know that we are in this together. I'm still so grateful for my fellow believers on YouTube that understand and live the narrow path in these challenging times. So, stay encouraged. God is with us. He's making a way. And just pray, God, what plans do I need to make? What do I need to do so that as I, move ahead into the next year or two, I don't have, I didn't wait till the end and then have to rush and do everything. That's not going to be a good plan. We need to start now. So anyway, just wanted to share some encouragement and just know that the family of God is awesome. And hopefully eventually we can maybe even create like a Facebook group of people, because these like-minded believers are going to, as the pressure continues, are going to be hopefully not, but fewer and fewer in each area. And so we want to make sure that we have a way to connect, especially once the internet, YouTube and otherwise, and phones are all, we can't use them anymore. So we can't wait until that's gone and then try to connect. It's not going to happen. We're going to connect before that time, and then actually maybe have some like areas. Hey, if you're in a pinch, come to, whatever the rural area would be. We're in this city, look for us, that kind of thing. We need some of that in place as we move forward. Maybe not just yet, but we gotta start making some plans. So yeah, we aren't all scattered in various directions. So if something does happen. So anyway, that's all I have for you today, family. I'm so grateful for every one of you. God bless you and keep you, and let's stay connected. All right, thanks, family.